Hi everyone, and welcome to yet another session of the Cookiepod. Currently playing at Quacky. I'm joined today by Kaiser Corona or Kaiser Friedrich, playing as VJ, and two new faces. We have Bernie Danders, or Dan, playing as Brandenburg. Hi Dan.
Hello, hello.
And we have some Danish guy playing as Burgundy. Hey.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh, he's called Joms, but he's not very memorable. Okay.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, let's just start out from the east, I figure. As we might have Kaiser abandoning us in a bit. So, we had the Japan player jump in on Japan last session. And was Japan consolidated when he joined the game or not?
Yeah, he had United Japan. I United Japan in the safe, and he had. I'm pretty sure he didn't know expansion.
Okay.
Because it was basically the state of the nation what we are looking at right now. I mean, he didn't choose to kill Oirat. He allied him, and they are. Maybe Japan is getting a fair chunk out of China, probably.
I guess so, but I mean, honestly.
Because he doesn't look like getting Korea.
Yeah, this is really weird. Just letting Oirat have everything and helping Oirat take all of Korea. It's not like he's going naval and it's going to be a naval power either. So I don't get this at all. Anyone knows what he's up to? Who's playing it now again?
It's getting played by. Let me check.
Dave, isn't it?
It's Songhai. Oh, yeah. Japan is looking amazing. It's up to date on IDs and tech. I love it.
Yeah,
I'm very happy with this performance.
He was so behind.
I think he did he dev? Can you check the dev map mode?
Yeah, I
think
can.
he probably took stuff up. Yeah, he was.
I mean, he's dead at 7. 20.
Wait,
okay.
why is so much on 36?
Okay, I guess he developed printing press here, I suppose.
No, he got it for free.
No, he didn't get printing press.
No, printing press, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so he did printing press. That's what he did last session.
Yeah.
Nice.
The printing press and the south is looking pretty nice today.
I mean, Dave, you're not behind on tech or IDs. I'm very proud of you. If it wasn't you, I would be very disappointed because you haven't expanded at all in 30 years with AI next to you. But since it's you, Dave, I'm very proud of you. Anyone who has anything to add on Japan, which hasn't moved at all?
Please get Korea as a vassal. Please get Korea.
There you go. Yeah.
And do
Take that straight
reconquest
center,
on
please.
and do reconquest Noirat. Bam.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the nation looks fine. It's just, I mean, he hasn't
Just
expanded
like
at all.
will fuck him.
Yeah, maybe. And if not,
Probably.
Oirat will fuck him.
Wait. You got Ryuko as a vassal. That's an expansion, right?
Who did he get as a vassal?
Ryuko.
Oh,
It's probably a meme for him. He's even disloyal. What the fuck?
why is
Yep.
Oh, did he enforce
Enforced.
religion?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that was totally better than just conquering it, having an OPM disloyal for.
So he didn't just sit for 30 years. He did something.
Good
Yeah.
job, Dave. Okay, let's move on, because I can't say anything good.
Yeah, let's move to Arvat.
Yeah, I guess we can do Oirat.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I was
It's
thinking
his
Persian
only ally.
together. Yeah. I mean, Oirat right now seems to be flipping to Orthodox.
Oof.
Has been expanding fairly well, considering. How's doing on tech and IDs? Okay. I mean, he has saved up a lot of mana, so
Yeah, he has banked. Yeah.
yeah. So I
But
mean,
it looks like
Yeah.
very,
it's not
very
too bad.
unstable.
Fun fact: he didn't take up once in the session. he got 12, and I believe I don't know how many ideas, but he started at the
Oh, oh my God! Yes.
4-0-0.
And this air is
0-5-0.
Oh my! You just disinherit this and pray for your ruler's death, right now.
Yeah, disinherit that guy ASAP.
I'm not sure why he got a truce with Ming once, and I was very confused about it, since everyone was telling him to cancel, or not pay the tributary each year, and Ming would have released them without getting a truce, like Oirat not having a truce.
Yeah, it's supposed to be that
So
way.
something went wrong there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what, but like normally he could have basically killed Ming in the first half hour. I mean, Ming is still looking fine because it has mandate left, but Oirat, Japan, and Khmer's objective is killing Ming, right? So I'm very hopeful that they manage to kill Ming and get some death.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
just seeing
Oirat.
a gold province. I see gold province, and I see Sweden coming nearby. I know what's gonna happen.
Oh, you mean this gold from it? Oh, it's 13 dam! Oh!
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my! Oh, this
I'm just
is...
saying, Belgrade is integrated in what, 2 years?
Nah, yeah,
So-
it's more, but we'll get to that.
No, it's 3 years. 3 years.
Yeah, it might get fed some more land as well, we'll see. But yeah.
I mean, Oirat might get defended by some Indian, but I don't know.
Oh.
It's some Indian very salty about being killed.
No, I wouldn't say that. Like, it's a completely rational play.
Yeah. Of course, like, any rational VJ player defends Oirat from Sweden. It's...
Yes.
Except,
Like,
especially when
India's
Oirat...
protecting China from Russia, okay?
Especially
That's,
when Oirat has expanded over to Eastern Europe, practically.
It's totally fine. If
But
Oirat
yeah.
wants to form Russia, I'm gonna support him.
Oh my god, such a salter. But yeah, I mean, looking at it, it's a bit of a mess right now due to like not embracing the institution yet and being rebel occupied. But once, like in a few years, I suppose Oirat will be looking quite good. Like right now, Japan should just kill Oirat though.
I don't know if the state of Oirat right now shows what Oirat is going to be for the rest of the campaign, then Japan is definitely right to keep them alive until they can kill Ming together, and then he can.
I mean,
do whatever he
Ming
wants
is so
afterwards.
weak though. They can kill it. Like it's dropping mandate. It's going to be a paper target
He
eventually.
can form. He actually can form Manchu right now if he wants to.
Oh,
I don't know why he haven't. That's.
Oh yeah.
is there
If he
like
does that, he gets some very good course on Ming.
does he
he
get
gets-
course
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Ming
yeah.
as? Oh yeah.
Good
Does
missions,
he-
yeah.
Yeah, he gets good
And-
missions, but does he get course on the Ming? Isn't this just this area? But maybe like this as well?
Yeah.
He gets cores through the missions as you start conquering stuff.
Okay,
And
yeah.
then he basically is secure getting a 6 shock general every time.
Yeah, I mean, he should definitely do it. I'm just pointing out. I don't think the information itself does it. I don't remember all the mission lines, honestly. Yeah, dude. Claim. No, I don't find any
Ah,
course, but he can
I
get
would
some
have sworn.
claims.
I would have sworn he got. Maybe I think it's Ching. Maybe they get.
Yeah,
scores.
Shing might get it. Shing is a little bit more awkward to form though, since you get.
I mean, Qing only gets cores when Ming doesn't exist, right? I thought,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Like, I mean, the player on Oirat should definitely look into some event chains, which might still happen, but I don't know if they all depend on the Kaiser killing thingy.
Yeah, and I think
they want-
it's too late for them most of them to fire, but there
okay.
might still be some that's valid.
Yeah.
I don't remember all of them, but yeah. Anyways,
But-
like
Yeah, it's looking good.
yeah, if Japan doesn't fuck up Oirat should be fine once it consolidates a little bit. Jumping over to Khmer.
Yeah, that's the Switzerland player.
Yeah, fixed up nation, clearly unplayable.
Yeah, he has 950 points, so he's gonna have tier 5 government reforms and 50 points left for tier 6, same level as VJ. Basically, all tech ideas and edible stuff is on VJ level, except like buildings didn't get fixed, religion didn't get fixed.
Oh yeah, that's a little bit awkward being Theravada still, but apart from that, like the nation is looking fine.
Imagine this guy has more ideas than most Europeans.
That's more what?
Yeah. Literally, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you should have seen like when VJ was seeded. If I was allowed to fix it to Timber
Yeah.
level, which Dan stopped me from, it would have been like the third strongest nation in the game or something like that. Second best tech, together with Timurids or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think Khmer is looking fine. You want to flip probably to Hindu somewhere if you can find an Hindu province,
Yeah.
and after that you're pretty much good. So you have a lot of dev, you have good tech, you can easily kill Ming with these guys. Like you could kill Ming on your own. Like Khmer has fairly good IDs, and
Yeah.
he also has the ID groups quantity quality, while Ming is stuck at well
The AI
defensive, a little bit of quantity.
The AI kills Ming.
Yeah.
Ming is actually pretty strong.
Doubt.
They have 150k troops and a good economy.
150k troops, but like it's already at plus 10% fire and shock and minus 24% mercenaries.
Yeah, they're not good. They're not good, but like
Yeah,
I mean,
like it's not strong, but it's enough to be a nuisance.
Yeah, it's definitely a nuisance.
Like
but
you're not gonna choose to go into a long.
yeah, I mean, you would obviously rather have like Manchu or Oirat and Japan help you, but
Yeah.
all of these nations could kill Ming on their own if piloted properly.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, for sure.
The interesting thing with Khmer is what Great Britain does, what DJ
Yeah.
does, because that Malacca node is pretty British right now.
Yeah.
Khmer kind of need to take as much as
Yeah,
they can.
but like
You
I
can't
would,
defend any islands, so
yeah, I would be careful for Britain. Like, I mean, Britain can't really go into. Like, I mean, it's sort of depending on Great British micro and build up wise. I mean, he can maybe get into a permanent war with VJ and Khmer, and like try to blockade the coast. But I'm not sure if he can maintain everything, and he has some micro in America, right? So it's having a permanent
Yeah.
war with like 2 players is kind of exhausting APM wise.
I mean, he could,
Yeah,
like,
for
if
sure.
he wants to, he can just park some outside of the coast and chill. So I think he could do that, but it'll take a long time for it to damage you guys much. But if it was just Khmer alone, despite Britain going trade over a second mill group, I think Great Britain can take care of Khmer quite handedly.
In terms of what, blockading coasts?
No,
Or-
I mean, Britain could actually kill Khmer land-wise.
Yeah, he could, but he's not gonna, since VJ and Khmer are allied.
Yeah, propaganda, man.
No, like I already have a fucking border deal with Khmer, so
Propaganda, I will not hear it.
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, looking at beyond that, Khmer probably trying to arrange some border deal with VJ, where VJ just bullies him into getting out of land, and he'll try to expand it to Ming and maybe take Malacca before Great Britain goes there as well. Or Great Britain is just fine taking all the islands, which will give him most of the trade power. It's like 2 centers on the mainland, and it's hard to defend for him, so he'll have like...
It's also risky. It's risky to take mainland because then he can get occupied and get war exhaustion and shit.
Yeah, I mean, eventually he might pick up... I like to have innovative ideas at some point as Great Britain, just so you don't care about some small occupations, but... Or you can be like, get like reformed, so you have your own Defender of the Faith, but yeah. Like, either way, it's probably not too much of a danger, but not really worth it either. Moving on to the, Indian scum. I mean, VDA last session was very interesting. You were up fighting Persia, weren't you?
Yeah, it was a bit of a messy diplomatic situation.
Care to share?
Yeah, sure. Like, Butwa planned a war against Persia during the week, I believe, together with Timmy and sort of Pope, because like I moved, or like the victory cards moved towards borders of Butwa and Pope. So yeah, Butwa and Timmy attacked Persia. Ottoman kind of was exhausted from the France war, so he didn't interfere. And
which is big brain Diplo.
yeah, and Pope was also kind of exhausted. That's why he didn't join in. So it was basically a 2v1, and then Andalusia stepped in and helped Persia quite heavily. Like his troops were heavily marching towards Iraq and stopping Timmy from advancing. And like I swooped in and took 100% from Timmy while he was in Iraq. So like Sindh vessel.
Oh, okay.
And Timmy also lost like Punjab to rebels and Marwar to rebels, and like his Indian part broke up.
Oh, I thought I saw you like fighting Persians, but I must have been mistaken. Then.
Yes, that was happening afterwards. Like, and then
Okay.
I pieced out Timmy and allied Butua and fought against Persia together with Timmy.
Why?
Because I want to have a friend. I mean, I didn't know Khmer was playing this moment, so I wanted one human ally, and Butua was an okay option, helping me a bit against Great Britain, like not really like navy-wise, but like presence-wise. Like if Great Britain wants a permanent war against India, it will also have a permanent war against Butua, and maybe Ivory Coast is getting sieged by Butua.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have a friend in Africa who also hates Great Britain. So
I mean, fair.
like, I helped him against Persia. He got a 100%. Like Timmy got some provinces on the border to Persia. Now he has some very important strategic forts. Iraq is basically free to take, like no unprotected. Ottoman was preparing to attack Persia during the way. Like Persia was max loaning at some point. Persia has still a lot of loans. He paid them back. He did not go bankrupt yet. There's a big question mark for me. Like he had 35k loans at one point.
What?
So he went max loans, right? He was getting sieged. Iraq was getting sieged, so he took all the loans and he wanted to fight, right? And then my troops were in Iraq and Cairo, and Andalusia pulled out, and Persia just surrendered, surrendered. And he paid back the remaining cash he had, and now he's stuck on like 40% loan size. So it's
That's a bankruptcy.
Persia is gonna die next session. Like I'm gonna help Butua against Persia, and Timmy's getting Iraq. Ottomans are gonna get something, and yeah.
I mean, I like from my perspective, it doesn't really seem to be worth the effort for you to maybe have an ally against Great Britain, but you do you. I still think Persia is fucked.
What do you mean worth? Like, I mean, it's like I have a big plan, and I need Butua for it.
Okay.
Well, all he really needs here is wall against Europe, and that's Timur. It doesn't matter what Timur do, he's the wall.
Yeah.
That means Vijayanagar has control of Asia. That's what every good Indian player will do.
Yeah. But I mean,
Like right now, Vedanta is going completely on the economic focus. He got no like real strength compared to what he could have.
Yeah.
And he's just building and building and building, and he will develop and develop and develop. In 100 years, he's going to be the strongest nation.
yeah. But I mean, I feel like from my perspective, he could just invest more into developing his economy. Like right now, running a 3-1-1 advisors over, and like running higher advisors, building more buildings over, like helping Butua in Persia for maybe benefit. That's just my take. I don't think that's the play, but
Can we see his
Don't you ever
buildings in
base it-
development? Sorry, Cookie.
Why would you ever base your nation on developing other countries? You always need to focus on yourself first.
that's my take.
Because those
Okay,
countries,
yeah,
Batua
quite a
might
lot.
turn on him.
Yeah.
Batua might just turn on him. Like,
Yeah,
why
exactly.
invest in them?
Yeah, I agree with these
Yeah.
guys, but I mean, you do you, Kaiser. You do you.
Yeah, I mean,
Imagine
it's nice to-
how did it go when you helped unsiege Stockholm?
Yeah, I know. Like, I have two friends now, Khmer and Butua, and obviously they might stab me in the back, but I guess I wanna continue with my plan, and I'm gonna trust my allies.
Okay. Do you want to be my friend, Vijay?
Sure.
I want to be your friend.
I mean, I want to be a friend of this nation who will sacrifice himself for no.
I mean, I did
Sounds
not
good.
sacrifice anything. Like, I didn't even fight Persia. Like, it was
Okay.
literally walking there, saying hi Persia, and then peacing out.
Okay, yeah, I'm
Like, I did-
exaggerating a little bit.
did nothing. I had like plus 80 balance during the war. I didn't use mercs, anything. I just walked there, sieged troop forts, and then walked back. Like, I didn't invest heavily into people. I just-
Then it's fair. I thought you had to fight more. It's sort of fair.
No.
I'm not
South
investing
Persia.
at all.
I must tell on you. Persia will be so mad and send all his troops to you.
Persia
All is
can't do
good.
anything, to be fair.
All is 30k.
Yeah, but disinherit this guy, by the way. Disinherit this fucker.
Yeah, I'm not too confident on getting the Syria, because if the dude dies now, what happens? I'm getting a 1-2-0.
No, you get like random. No. But
Yeah, and random can be 1-2-0, so I'm taking the
That
fucking
3-5-2 is fine.
Yeah,
Why would
yeah,
you
I'm taking
have
the
that?
fucking 10 mana guy over a random.
if
Yeah,
I wasn't
because-
in Hindu, but I mean, like the risk of dying at 52 are really small. I would always disinherit in this
Why is
scenario.
it small?
It's like the death chance. It goes up
Yeah.
heavily after 60 and then 70. So
Okay, so I have 8 years for the Syria event. Come on, like that's
It's-
not enough.
isn't it average like 10 years or something? Meantime, I don't know. I would do it, but that's your call.
Yeah, I guess.
It's also
but I need
like
the
it
prestige
has
against
a
me, right?
mill like 2 or 3. It's also like it just had a lot of dip, which isn't as valuable. So it's like, eh. Oh well, you do you, man. You do you. That's just
Yeah,
my
I
take.
I do me. Yeah, let's continue, Timmy.
You're doing it all wrong. Yeah, Timmy won a war against Persia last session, but lost to you. The nation isn't looking like in amazing shape right now. It's popped Golden Era actually.
AI, it was AI.
Oh, was it AI? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, financially, it's looking quite weak right now. Except compared to people like Sweden, isn't running proper advisors. It's going defensive now, which is like, I guess he just feels like it's an emergency situation. Or what? Did AI take this as well? Do you guys know?
No, I don't. But the player didn't message me for safe edits yet, so.
Okay. I mean, I imagine like he just felt that he needed power right now, and he just snagged up defensive.
He's very behind.
But yeah, I mean, he went economic before defensive. That's why he's behind, really. Otherwise, he wouldn't be too far behind in mill. He's still doing okay. Like, and this just have the printing press. I think it's like okay, tech ID wise. Even if defensive now is a little bit weird, I don't think it's too bad. I would have preferred offensive though if he needed some punch. But if he's like really panicked about VJ and really wants to beat Persia, yeah, sure, why not?
I don't think defensive helps you much there, honestly.
No, I mean I would rather go like offensive, as I don't think like.
Then you go offensive if you want to be like panicky because you get better journals.
Yeah,
by
but
the
I mean, like, to be fair, this is better than this. Stat-wise, it gives you more punch. But yeah, it's not like a lot more, and it slows you down as a whole. So yeah, I would have gone something different, but it's still, it's not like the end of the world. I can see the logic, I guess. Also, the fact that he has religious would make quantity so much better, as you get the 10% morale ID from morale policy from that as well. So if you go religious, you definitely want an early, like a second mill quantity. So it's a little bit weird here, but not the end of the world. I mean, he has decent quality considering that he hasn't finished second ID group yet, but he still looks like he's going to be under heavy pressure from VJ, and he'll need to do something.
I mean, this nation will
I
just
think
get
it's
outplayed.
yeah, I think it's very important to see like his building and deving because he's lost a lot of land in India. He's gonna struggle to gain any more land.
I mean, you
except for
can
maybe
see like it based just on like where you look in the. Like you can get an understanding if you just look here. He obviously doesn't have 4 slim buildings. He obviously doesn't have all this economic buildings.
Oh, good. Like 84 slim in 1580 as
Yeah.
Timurids is.
Exactly.
It's just
like,
not-
You can see it here. He doesn't
just
have like.
not.
He has a bunch of temples, but no other infrastructure. And I think the temples are
Yeah.
from when Darth was playing and they couldn't build anything else. so yeah, Tim Reeds hasn't
Yeah.
been developing much
Yeah.
lately.
I would say definitely that's his priority now because India's going to be really hard to hold on to. He can take some land in Persia. I don't know how much he can take. Samuel probably beat him to a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean he'll also have to
so,
find
yeah.
some friend because otherwise VJ can just eat him up. Like,
The problem with
Yeah,
Timbers is
exactly.
that he's always going to be the weakest neighbor. Like, he will never become
Yeah.
Parliament or VJ here. So he's always going to be in the position of mercy if he's going to survive. And
I
if he's
mean,
going to get strong
yeah.
enough.
it depends, sort of. Like, he has some space here, and like VJ will be. He also like Oirat may very well be weaker than Timurids.
Yeah, but Timbers can
Yeah,
never.
no,
he can never get him
he's
into.
jammed in between.
Yeah, he's jammed in between players. I agree, but he still has some space
and
here
there's-
and here.
He has to get into India if he wants to get strong. And I don't see him beat VAJ Anga ever. Unless he plays the diplomatic game very, very
Yeah,
well.
I mean he needs some help, like Khmer, to beat VJ for sure. Even
Yeah,
like,
but even with that, I think VJ can solo those two.
Right now, obviously, yes. If VJ decides to let Khmer live, as he said, put up some nice borders and let Khmer eat Ming, then down the line, VJ, Timurids and Khmer could definitely.
But you really
Rest.
think VJ will let that happen?
I mean, he plans to. I mean, I would kill Khmer.
He says he plans to. Let's
Yeah.
just get that.
I mean, it's Kaiser. He was marching over here to help his Batuan allies. Okay.
Well,
I mean,
what do you
I
think-
believe him.
What do you think happens when India is done? When India is all Vijayanga, what happens?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I like for most players, I would expect them to like kill people, but Kaiser might just like be like, I like India, I'm going to sit here. It's also
I mean, I said I'm gonna ally Khmer, but I didn't say anything about Timmy.
No.
So
yeah, but
Yo,
so,
Vijayanga in Europe. Okay, Vijayanga in Europe, I see. Constantinople.
I mean, yeah, I mean, this is a really good region to have, both financially
Oh yeah.
and also like you can have a lot of fort lines. So even if this means that you don't have a Timurids between you and Europe, you have like some really strong mountain forts in the way.
And
So
trade goods.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like
Like-
as good as India, but you can funnel Indian trade into Persia as well, which is really nice.
I talked to Darth about my game plan, and I struggle to understand it and planning how to execute it, but I'm on my way to execute a 17-step plan or something.
Okay, that sounds really cool. You should share it with me.
I want to see that.
Chase
I
Yeah,
wanna see
me
that
too.
plan afterwards.
Me too. You can share it with me now, I don't spoil. I'm a very good boy. I'm actually serious, I don't spoil Private Diplo. But yeah, anyway, Timurids pretty much needs to do some diplomatic work to make sure that he stays safe from VJ. Most likely candidate would probably be Ottomans, I guess. Though Ottomans could just while Ottomans could choose to split Timurid with VJ or something, he's been shown to not be very aggressive, and they might like want to buffer. So that's where I would be look if I was Timurids, to look to buddy up to the Ottomans further. While I
Yeah.
try to eat here and maybe some here.
So the man who just went through internal conflicts can definitely defend Timmy.
I mean, internal conflicts.
I
isn't
mean,
that
he went internal conflict defending Andalusia from France.
yeah, I mean,
It was a joke, yeah.
yeah, let's go to Persia, who is on death's row here. Then he's like, he's not looking that bad in regards to man and tech actually. I guess is he waiting for this to avoid bankruptcy? Like he wants to get the institution. Like he can take loans right now,
Yeah.
get the institution, embrace it, and like take everything and some ID group. I don't know, but yeah, he's heavily loaned right now, obviously, and should just look to bankrupt ASAP. Like, does he have truces right now? To
Yeah.
do-
5 years.
yeah. I mean, I would, if I was Persia, I would definitely just embrace and spend my mana and bankrupt. Because he is
He's even
different.
allied to Ottomans, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. So he really needs
And
to do that
everything.
right now. Yeah, and beyond that, he's like, and you can just do this as well. And beyond that, he's just reliant on his friends essentially, because on his own, he's actually not that weak. This nation was looking weaker before than it does now. Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
Actually,
Maybe he's waiting for a bankruptcy build. Maybe he built a lot of military buildings when he took max loan. I don't know.
No, he didn't. He doesn't have a single. He doesn't have a single returns camp, and he doesn't. He has like very few barracks.
Yeah.
But
okay,
oh
now
my,
I'm there.
it's like wow.
Okay, he got a lot of manufacturers. That's probably what he did.
Yeah.
We got like 20 manufacturers here.
Yeah, but he didn't. I don't know.
Like,
Like,
no mill
building
buildings. I
code.
don't know. Like,
He only
Hey-
built these so far.
I mean, he's like obviously missing infrastructure, but actually Persia is way stronger militarily than Timurids and Batua. He could probably put up
Yeah.
a decent
Yeah,
fight
like-
against both of them on his own.
Persia won against Butua hard, like he was down in the heartland of Butua.
Yeah,
In
exactly.
the
So this, I mean, I actually wouldn't count Persia out. He can spend all his mana, get fairly far. Like he could take, for example, if he wants to, he could either take Inno, but then he can't buy this down. So I would perhaps just take trade or something and like get 2 IDs going instead of the tech, or maybe.
Persia has
just
a
take-
very strong army, quality-wise. 125 discipline, 4.5
yeah,
morale.
exactly. It's looking really good. I mean,
He has a strict ruler.
he does have a strict ruler. Like this is obviously
Yeah, of course
incredible
that helps, but like,
considering.
he can get 130 if he picks the right advisor.
Yeah.
He
So,
got
I
a very
mean,
strong nation. He just
yeah.
needs to use it.
So yeah, right now, like, this is not looking too bad for him. As long as he doesn't like try to stick and pay back all these loans, because then I think it's fucked. Because he'll just like be so vulnerable for so long. If he just like bankrupts right now and he gets back on the recovery track, and the Ottomans and Andalusia stick with him, he'll probably be fine. Yeah, bounce back from this quite well.
Yeah, very alive. Very alive.
Yeah, it's very alive, honestly. Like he could beat Betua and Timurids alone as well. If
Yeah.
Pope
He just need-
jumps in, it's a bit harsh for him. But yeah,
His problem is diplomacy.
Yeah.
He needs to figure out how to get out of this situation.
yeah. But I mean, his ally Ottomans and Andalusia, if they stick to it, like he's fine.
Then he's fine. Then he wins the war.
Yeah. So this is very interesting. Like, and when we talked about how much does Ottomans want to dedicate to save Persia, but like once again, how much does VJ want to dedicate to help Betua against Persia? I don't think it's in his interest at all, but Kaiser obviously disagrees, so that's like an interesting dynamic here, where sort of two bigger powers having a little bit of a proxy war here in the Middle East. We haven't seen that before in history.
History memes.
Well, up until today. But yeah, any other statements about Persia?
No.
Let's jump to Betua, who he got a chunk of land right from Persia here.
Yeah, like 50%.
Yeah, 50%. Yeah. So,
Yeah, 50% goes when Timmy got 50%.
Oh,
and
okay.
Football got 50.
honestly, like the fact Persia was so big, had so many states that this didn't hurt him at all. Essentially, losing this land, it was just territories, more or less. So
He lost his mountain forts against the Timurids.
yeah, he did lose this fort that the Timurids originally traded away to him, and he decided not to give back, I think. So this is obviously a big deal. But beyond that, like, I mean, this land was sort of, he was sniping victory cards, but it didn't really help him much. It was like wrong culture and not quite disconnected. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, Betua has a surprising amount of money laying around, considering he's just running a level 1 mill advisor. Beyond that, economy is obviously gold dependent still, but it's looking okay-ish. Could be higher.
2.4k targets banked for some reason.
What? He went?
2.4k targets is banked.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
I think he has stuff left to build. Yeah,
Yeah, he does.
yeah, he does. I'm not sure why he's banking this much gold at all, honestly. But
And
maybe
last
it's,
mission with mission.
yeah, but doesn't he just need 2k for those?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, popped it
Yeah.
already.
Yeah. Yeah, it's this one is 2k. I was thinking he had something else.
Oh,
But he just
perhaps
has
it's
standard.
Maybe he-
manufacturing.
Yeah, maybe. But then you should spend the money. You should do something.
Oh, it's at 16. That's far away. Does he have plantations to build? Maybe. Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That actually makes sense. It actually makes sense. This must be why. He's going to take this once he gets rid of
Yeah,
the
he's gonna wait for the
and-
institution.
and then build plantations. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm sharing it to him actually.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah, so
Go
fair
on.
enough. That makes sense. It's actually those are better buildings than the one he has access to right now. So
Yep.
yeah, okay. So no flame there. Still, I would run a higher mill advisor, but that's just me. Beyond that, like once he braces, he'll be quite okay on taking IDs, though a little bit behind. Obviously, it's not ideal to get the printing press after like 1580. Does he even have it right
I mean-
now? No.
The tour will be a less irrelevant African nation than normal, but still an African nation.
Yeah, mostly I think because the neighbors are weaker than the average African nation, than Betua being stronger, but like the nation is looking solid, for sure. It
The
has.
nation will be fine, but like when he's not up in Egypt yet. So how will he ever become relevant to the game?
I mean,
He made a lot of money, and like what can he use this for?
yeah, I mean it's always like it's a bit hard to dev in Africa, but I also think like I think you assume like not to be offensive to anyone, but like the average skill level of this season is maybe not like the highest. So I don't think you're as dependent on having like the perfect dev land to become a relevant power or stuff like that. I think Betua
No, of course
definitely has like the tools to become a relevant power in due time if he sticks to this. right now
I
is
just don't know where he should execute his power. Like, against who will he use it?
Yeah, I mean, he obviously Andalusia is an option over here, and Persia for now, but he's still sort of weak. Can definitely be stronger.
It's hard to see though. How will he beat Andalusia ever?
I mean, France is against Andalusia. Like, Andalusia is losing this. I mean, they haven't looked at Andalusia yet, but I like this. Batu has really strong ideas, and he's about to embrace and get his next ID group.
Yeah.
I
That's
think,
actually true.
yeah. I mean, defense is obviously a bit awkward, but it is what it is. It is.
Yeah.
It's not like a disaster or anything, but Batu definitely could be stronger. He's also a bit messy with states. He has like 7 and 9 stated, and doesn't have like 21 and 21 stated. So he's losing out
The
a
nation
lot.
build is fine. The nation build is very fine.
The build, you think?
Yeah. I think it's like the whole like core of the nation, if you just like disregard his income and his development and all that, like his ideas, his tech, everything is fine.
Yeah, this
Building.
take is fine. I think this is something that's maybe not. I mean, I don't know if you would consider it core, but I think it's especially important in Africa. You end up with a lot of like bad states that you shouldn't be stating, and like he has like 11, 9, 7 in states, while he has 21, 21, 20 in territories.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see.
Yeah, this is like something you see a lot. I think especially in players in Africa, as you tend to end up with, or rest of the world, as you tend to end up with like a lot of states, and it's hurts you a lot. This is just like he's just losing like 50 dev from a few states there, effectively.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean it has potential. It's looking okay as long as it doesn't get punched up by Persia, which it won't if we help it out. It should be fine. Moving over to Andalusia, let's do Andalusia. So I guess let's talk about what happened last session, really. So. You can correct me if I'm wrong at any point, Jones. But from what my understanding is that France was allied to Switzerland, and Burgundy had some sort of agreement with Andalusia. And France and Burgundy ended up with some sort of deal where France could go on Andalusia without Burgundy helping Andalusia, and Burgundy could go for Switzerland without him helping. And the result was that France attacked Andalusia, which got supported by Pope and Ottomans, and I think at some point even Persia, actually, though Persia didn't do that much. It was a fairly bloody war, but eventually I think France stepped out for like 2 provinces, and everyone was like heavily in debt. While Burgundy essentially could shove up Switzerland on their own, while having like the other people around them unable to jump in and steal the clay, and also watch everyone else weakens. So I think it was honestly an excellent diplomatic play by Jones. I think you like played most of Europe exactly how you wanted it, but
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, you're not saying anything. Anyways, like the outcome here is that Burgundy is almost as strong as France now. France, Ottomans, Pope, and Andalusia are all weaker, and Burgundy got rid of a competitor in Swiss. So the net result here is that Burgundy gained a shit ton and everyone else lost, and I think that's obviously really great.
What I told France here, thanks, when we made the deal, is that I want to be not as strong as him, but I don't want to be half his size, which I was last session. And if he wants me to not fight him, that's how it's going to happen. So he knew he had to fight against Andalusia, and he knew that I would stump Switzerland. But I don't think he expected that he would get 20k into debt and have to fight that much.
Yeah.
I think he expected 100 war score, and he didn't get it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Ottomans joining in was obviously not a given, especially considering how passive Ottoman have been.
He knew it, but he didn't know that Ottomans would commit to 20k debt.
Oh, okay, yeah. He expected Ottoman to half-fast it. Yeah, I mean, even with Ottomans half-fasting it, I think it was a far better deal for you than France. Like, you were way below your state limit when the session started. You still are. So you benefited so much more from this than him. Like, if we look... I mean, we could look at compare numbers and stuff like that, but it's a little bit awkward with quality and defensive against quality and quantity, so we can just throw up. Yeah, Alien's going to throw up quick. You can see the military power.
I think France is stronger than me in a short war. I think I'm stronger than France in a long war.
Yeah. Anyways, moving back to Andalusia. It had to fight the war, but honestly, it probably wasn't the one who was suffering the most from the war, as Andalusia's role in this war essentially was to try to hold the straight. which got a little bit annoying at times because Great Britain was involved for about 5 years. But oh yeah, to mention with the war, Great Britain joined and helped blockade this, but had to tap out for 5 years due to rules about war participation having to be above a certain level. But yeah, I mean, it's still suffering a little bit from it. Obviously, he has 6k lows. He has 22 inflation. So actually, it probably suffered more than I thought at first.
Well, I think he started with 15k dead, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like, what did he actually do in the war that was?
He was in Italy at some point.
Okay. He shipped his troops over here and fought. Okay, once he got
And he did fight a bit, like and also like in general, his country hasn't ever had peace. So.
I mean, it had peace. Like, it was the initial one that was like over 100 years
but
ago.
Like the initial war against Spain fucked him hard, and then he recovered, and then it's France.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, like, he obviously had some nasty wars in the beginning, but his nation was looking really good after those. He recovered really well, like, last session, so he suffered a lot from this war. I really think he should have used this war to bankruptcy build, though.
Well, look at Africa, though. He's expanding there is expensive.
What?
Like when you're expanding into West Africa, which he is right now, that's really expensive for him. Like in terms of manpower.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it is.
It
is kind of annoying, especially if you fight France at the same time.
Yeah, obviously when you fight France, but like apart from that, these guys have like no tech. It's just you put in like one stack and you kill them, no problem. Yeah. I don't think it's too bad, but yeah, I think he could have used this war as an opportunity to bankruptcy build to get his infrastructure up. So I think he lost out on some potential here. Like he could have regimental camps. I mean, he's only missing a few good manpower ones, but he could have those and I don't know, like 50 force limit more.
He could.
I mean, at this point, I might steal bankruptcy build. I'm not sure. How long is
it? Depends.
Yeah.
Nah, you wouldn't be able to.
I would do it next war. Next war against France.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think you're right. It's too close with the truce. But yeah, next war I would definitely.
How many regimental camps is he?
He has like none.
None, right? Because then he doesn't even need to bankruptcy build. He just needs to take max loans and build all of those at the start of the war.
Yeah, exactly.
And he'll instantly be like way stronger than he already is.
Yeah.
He can be like 200k troops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not quite. Like he's actually really few.
Yeah.
Oh, is missing?
Got 88 provinces.
Yeah, it's like a lot of his provinces being here. He also has
like every regimental camp is like 1.5, right?
1. Oh yeah, 1.5. Yeah, for him it's 1.5. Yeah, but yeah, he has a lot of autonomy land, so it will be a little bit less than that. But yeah, he's getting close to 200 force limit for sure. And I mean, he's okay-ish ID-wise. He's about to embrace. It's a little bit awkward for him, I guess. He's at 14. Yeah, he's not too bad.
Yeah. He just needs the money for it. He can already do it.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's just a bit awkward for him having to core all this shit and take the new ID group. He should probably release something and feed it and integrate with Dip instead. I mean, he's behind on Dip as well, so it's like awkward for him.
He should just go for espionage ideas. They're like very good.
Clearly. I mean, they do have like the -1 army trad one with the quality policy. That's not awful, but yeah, it's not.
Not awful. Not awful. You wanna hear
not awful, but not what you want.
With quality ideas, you get more mercs. You get more mercs with quantity ideas, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's that one as well. Yeah, like espionage isn't. I mean, people meme about espionage, and I mean it's almost never the right choice, but it's almost never the worst choice. If you put it that way, like influence is. I guess you can do like the vassal force limit build with influence. Quite good. Yeah, the vassal meme, but like it's like espionage isn't that awful. It's not that much worse than the competitors, but it's bad obviously. It's like
it's bottom tier.
I mean, yeah, it's what my point is that it's pretty much never the best choice, but I don't think it's like ever the worst choice either, idea-wise. I think there's always like humanist or
I mean you could
something else being
or something.
Yeah, it's like never the worst idea, which it's often meant to be. But yeah, not ideal for sure. He doesn't have like his full states either. Oh, that's surprising considering he has access. Yeah, this war is actually quite awkward for him, huh? Since he's not even at full states yet. So he would really have wanted to gobble this up, but yeah. Like, Andalusia has a lot of potential. He's not even at state cap yet, unlike his two friendly neighbors. So I would
I
expect
also
him
think that one thing about him knowing the area quite well is that his diplomatic situation is very, very good.
for
Like he
Andalusia.
literally only, he literally only has France as an enemy. Like Pope and him is close. Ottomans is supporting him. Persia is supporting him. I'm
I mean, but
probably supporting him.
he's like fighting. He's been fighting with Persia against Batua though, so there is the
Yeah,
option
but
of
like-
him coming up here.
Yeah, but like I don't think that's a threat to him. I think he's stronger.
Yeah,
I think he
like-
may deal with Great Britain.
Yeah, right now he's totally safe. It's just this could potentially be a
Yeah.
front down the line.
It could be, but it's a very small front, a very easy one to defend. Like,
Yeah, I agree. Like this is a release front unless like Batua goes for it right now, gets like a province here from Great Britain, colonizing it, and
Even-
him being able to
and
fabricate.
even that is awkward for Batua. His supply line is not that good.
No, I agree. It's like this is a really good front and like a natural split for Africa. So I'm not like
Yeah.
expecting this war to happen right now, and it will be a fairly good defensive war for Andalusia, but something down the line, perhaps. Right now, his only issue is this fat blue blob. Shall we proceed to him?
Do we really want to do that?
No, let's just skip France. France doesn't exist. Let's move on. Okay.
Yeah.
TLDR for France. France has debt. Apart from that, France is an absolute monster. It's
But he has a lot of debt, and he won't be able to pay it off. Like really.
yeah, he needs to, but he
Mental,
had,
check the local manpower, like manpower per province, is just
No.
insane.
Please don't.
yeah.
It's just insane.
Yes, he's dev'd really well. He got quantity economics early, and he's just been able to sit back, dev, and take easy wars up until this point. Like this war was obviously massive for him, but despite that, he won the war against Andalusia, Pope, and Ottomans in Persia. And while he's went in depth, I wouldn't say that he was in any real danger of losing. From what I
it's
saw.
not real debt. Yeah.
He
I mean-
was like half-assed in this war. He was never above 4 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, France is obviously a monster. Doesn't have any professionalism. It's like the only and some depth. So it's not like it's in prime condition to fight, maybe right now. But
But full manpower. Full manpower.
yeah, full manpower, and it has a monstrous amount of manpower. Should be noted that it went quantity, obviously. So compared to say Burgundy, it has a little bit less quality. So like that's worth noting when you compare the two nations. That
No,
France,
so France is like 1.5 times stronger than Burgundy in force limits, and
yes,
his manpower is like double, triple.
yeah. Okay, but yeah, I mean, essentially France is a monster. We'll see what happens though, as I think his diplomatic position is sort of precarious. He has Great Britain as an ally, which is really useful for him, especially when fighting Andalusia and like around the strait. But
Which, by the way, is a weird alliance for Great Britain. I don't see the benefit. for
no,
Great Britain.
it's sort of like this VJ with Batua, man.
Yeah, but Britain can benefit from it if he does go into a war in Asia or something. But he's not doing that either. He's just expanding into AI.
Yeah, to
So
be fair,
literally,
like
all that alliance means is he has a monster France next to him, which can invade him at any moment
yeah,
if he gets distracted for the benefit of like. I don't know, like not
mean-
having to worry about his coast when he's in Indonesia. I don't know.
The
like-
thing is, Great Britain loses nothing from having France as a friend, and it gives him options.
He
mean-
loses a lot. I mean, he can if Great Britain. Right, I know both of you are here, so you don't have to tell me that
Yeah.
this wouldn't happen because it's just you can tell. Just accept the propaganda. But if Great Britain and Burgundy were like, "Hey, let's eat France,"
Yeah.
like what's going to stop
But-
Great Britain and Burgundy from eating France? You message Pope.
Why would
and
Great
you're like,
Britain
hey,
eat
you want
France?
Genoa? What do you mean? Why would
Great-
you not eat France? Look at
Like,
the
Great
terrain.
Britain,
Look at the
Great Britain
development.
can't protect his land, and Great Britain is obviously going for the east.
Yeah.
So getting more
He
land.
can. He's
like,
not gone
20 years-
naval. He's
What's
not
the
gone
point of
naval.
meeting
I
Great
don't
Britain?
need naval. Great Britain, I did naval in itself. You can beat the
No, but it's not bad ideas. You've got quality, you've got quantity, but you've got quality quantity, right? And then
No, I don't
you
have quantity yet.
Well, you yet exactly, but you will take it. You've got
Yeah,
Great
next
Britain
one,
doesn't
yeah.
have bad mill ideas. It doesn't like they're not. I mean, they're not Prussia. They're not Poland. They're not like. I mean, even they're not even Burgundy, but they're not bad. Like you can
Well,
definitely hold
then I
it
could-
if you have the entire New World, the entire Old World. You
Sh-
eat like half of France, and like you're unstoppable. There's no.
Yeah.
There's
But he
no
gets half of
debate about it.
France.
yeah,
He gets a conflict with Burgundy.
shut up, Dan. Shut up for now. Like, essentially, I would agree with you, Dan, if Great Britain actually dedicated for the war. But like, all he did was park a few heavies in the Straits of Gibraltar.
Yeah, like he
I
wouldn't
don't
have,
think it actually
like
hurt him
the
much.
rule even forced him out. He had less participation
Yeah, had less,
than
yeah,
5%,
yeah.
and if he just would have like if he would have sent one stack there and like fed it to Pope or whatever, he would have had like 10% participation and could have blockaded longer, and things
mean-
would have probably
Yeah, just a different play,
better.
just a different strategy over like a different
I mean,
you know
in
overall
participation,
game strategy.
I would say that perhaps I did not get a lot of score, but I was blocking the entire Andalusian armies, which was
Yes,
actually
I know.
pretty
That was the
massive.
point of you being in the war. I know.
Yeah.
But I mean, the rule clearly stated. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you knew about the rule when it
I
got
forgot
discussed, right? And you could have had like some troops to hire your participation. Like,
Yeah. I mean, beyond that, let's not make this into a rule discussion. But
no. Like,
Yeah.
essentially, what I'm taking from this, like, at this point, since Great Britain didn't take his second mill group yet, I don't think he could actually hold the mainland, even if he wanted to be hostile. But like, so he might as well do some token assistance to France, and if he wants to kill him down the line when he has more mill ideas, he's not like getting rid of that opportunity by like blockading some Andalusians. So I don't think it was like a terrible option, or nor an amazing option.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible.
It's
a
just
different
it
strategy
just
to-
didn't
to
like
go
matter too much to him. He got some favors while and potentially like he probably wants Burgundy and France to have like some balance of power in the region, which you know, he's sort of accomplishing, but both of them are becoming a little bit too strong for what I would like as England. But yeah, it's not too bad. Should we talk about England since we're, well, you know,
What is it to say? It's just
I mean, it's obviously going like a really passive build, explore economic quality trade, so it's just looking to
Rich.
make a shit ton of ducats. Honestly, it's making like, it has surprisingly bad infrastructure and build up considering the like, what is he doing with the money? Why?
He's giving it to Burgundy, don't you see?
he's getting scammed by Burgundy. I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
yeah, like his income isn't that
Manufacturers.
crazy. His income, I think, is only like 40 ducats more than Burgundy.
yeah, but I mean,
Burgundy hasn't spent his entire campaign just trying to make as much money as possible.
yeah, but
So
I mean,
it's like, I don't know what DJ's been doing.
I mean, why? Like,
No offense.
I honestly don't know why. Why doesn't he have full infrastructure as England in 1580? Like,
Because I've been fighting for the past 20 years fighting peasants because of overextension.
okay,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
okay,
You've been fighting AI. Like you've been fighting
no,
AI.
even
No,
rebels.
peasants. Rebels, because
Which
I was
is
over
controlled by AI.
150 overextension, which I've been on Merc cap for quite a while.
Okay, so I mean, this should probably be like 500 by now if you had the infrastructure up,
Yeah,
and then he would
exactly.
have all the mill infrastructure as well. So like, for Great Britain who has been like AFK colonizing, conquering, it's sort of pathetic.
This Great Britain, it should be the undisputed world power, considering that like France and Burgundy keep each other in check a little bit.
A
And
little bit,
keeping-
barely.
A little bit, until the last session where they negotiated the Switzerland Andalusia deal. But up until then, Great Britain was completely unchecked. There was not a single player in Asia until VJ joined, which you can just skip over India and go to Indonesia. No one in the New World, and he's only marginally richer than Burgundy. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think this, like, obviously, it's still an England who has had a free game, so it's still looking really, really strong. It has
it's really strong. I don't mean to just hate on DJ here. I'm just saying, like,
yeah, it's just
you
like,
know, it could be a lot stronger.
it's a Great Britain that has had a free game, so it's obviously a great nation, but it's the weakest free game Great Britain I've ever seen. Sorry, I mean you're speaking the truth here. You're speaking the truth. You can pay Sweden for lies in the podcast. Just nothing.
I'm just waiting until Brandon.
I actually understand why. Like
so.
also like why is you've been like paying off Brandenburg debt and subbing him when you have this infrastructure?
No, come on, barely. Come on, it wasn't
How much did you get?
like 1,000.
No, I sent multiple times 1,000.
Yeah, what? How much did you send it? Yeah, you said.
I think 2.5 or 3 near 3k.
Oh, 3. Oh,
Well,
wow! When you
let's be
have oh my, you have.
I mean, some of
I
them
lost-
are
I
moving
lost
on
track
the-
of it.
I mean, I guess like.
I did lose track of the money in that war.
I mean, I guess
fair.
like.
Fair.
I mean, Great Britain doesn't even need buildings to be strong at
Okay,
this
can
point.
we just like crop the last 3 minutes of the podcast where I talked shit about Great Britain's infrastructure?
No.
well,
the money.
come on,
and-
these are. He got South Africa, he got Mexico, he got Malaysia. He's already.
Yeah. To
wants
be fair,
I mean,
you're right, Jones.
in the
It is going to explode. Like,
Yeah, I mean-
explode in a good sense. It's gonna get a lot stronger.
Like expansion-wise, Great Britain is on good pace. It's just like the
Yeah,
infrastructure is way
it's
below.
going to be a lot stronger.
Way
Going to
below
be
where
a
it
lot
should be.
stronger.
Also, like, how is it even in English Channel? It does seem like he's a little bit scammed in this trade deal. Actually, he's making 178 and he's shifting 60 to Burgundy, and Burgundy doesn't even have 25%
I have
of.
2/3 of the. I have 1/3 of the trade power in the. I don't have my main capital there. I can move it.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Oh yeah, that's reduced you slightly, but he's so.
It does.
He does.
We
but-
tested it like when we did it.
yeah,
like,
but
I could
did
get
you
1/3
test
of
it when
the-
he had global trade power 20%?
Yeah.
No, that would
No.
change a little bit, and I think also the trade deal will change a little bit. But like,
Okay.
like
Yeah.
this amount I'm getting right now, if we just keep that for like 20 years and the income keeps on rising, it's gonna be better and better for him.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Like,
in general, I think long term, of course, Britain is gonna get a bigger cut because Great Britain is gonna be the one getting the most money into the channel from the US and from
Yeah.
India and shit.
I mean, yeah, it's not like a disaster, but
But also, like, I'm gonna build a lot of manufacturers for him. Like, we're helping each other. Like, we're both getting.
I mean, it's also the fact that like he can't make that much money from a trade deal right now, as he doesn't have trade. So you guys should have fairly similar trade efficiency.
Yeah.
So it's sort of
and
it's yeah.
yeah.
It makes sense. It's not like
long
he's
term,
getting a little bit scammed after this one, but not too bad.
I don't agree. Like long term, this is gonna be a good deal for both of us.
Yeah, long term, but I think right now he's paying a little bit more than he's getting, but not like
Maybe.
not by much.
Maybe.
I mean,
Maybe,
I'm,
but,
I'm destroying the German trade thanks to that, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
you are. Fuck's sake.
yeah, I think he's losing like
That's the
5.
grand.
He's
that's the
losing
grand
like
I got
5
in the last
ducats.
war is just all the money I've been scammed out of. Entire campaign.
So why
Right.
he's not even using merchants? Why is he not using merchants?
no, I just got one from trade deal and the other from trade companies
Okay.
in Indonesia.
DJ, just let me
Yes,
flame your
fine.
country, okay?
Cookie, can you actually check like one last thing for England? How much money he can steal from India?
You can steer from India.
Or, like not check, but like
Don't worry, I got 40
Predict.
for the trade ship coming for that from on their.
I mean, how much trade power does he have? 773. How much? We really can just check how much does he get from the ships here.
Man, but Sue is scamming Great Britain here. He's doing all the money.
Where do you see that? Where do you see the amount of trade power given by the fleet? I don't remember.
In the trade. In the trade.
in the trade region tab.
No.
Click on Lübeck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can you see the part that's
Hover,
from?
yeah, hover over the trade.
105.
Oh yeah,
Hover.
here, yeah, it's down here, right? Yeah, 105.
105, yeah.
105. So the
So
31
that's only
ships.
30.
Yeah, so say,
Right.
say that say that he plants
Like
like
100.
100
So you can have like 300 or like
yeah
400
300
ones.
and 300
So you can-
400, which is like so you can hijack 1/3 of this approximately.
Yeah, like no. Like his trade steering is really strong, right? So that's why like low trade. He doesn't need to have high trade trade power in the region to steer more, right? If he has, I'm pretty sure he has like 100% trade steering. So that's like having
yeah.
100. Like having 20%
Oh, yeah.
trade power means he steers 40%, like double. Like trade steering is multiplying the trade power.
Yeah, exactly.
And I didn't take the trade idea for trade steering, which is like my next
Yeah.
trade idea. So
Yeah, but like
Transfers from
if
traders
if,
down.
if so you can trade steer maybe more than 50% out of Coromandel, and like 40% from Bengal to Coromandel. So that's like I don't know how much it is, but it
Yeah,
gets
but I mean,
multiplied.
he doesn't have that many multipliers on like this one yet, at least. Is
But that's trade power. That's not trade steering.
yeah, but that's the trade power is what affects how much money I think he gathers. I don't know. Oh well. Oh well.
I mean, point is like I'm trying to protect my trade the best I can
Yeah.
in the future. Let's see how it works out.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm not sure where the trade steering is added in the UI, but I think this is like all the
no,
impacts.
it's not on this trade tab. You have to hover over the 7.25.
Yeah.
That goes from Lubeck to the English Channel.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I mean, this should be what impacts it. But yeah. Anyways, go like obviously he could if he invests in lights, which he probably should. Like this is 38 ducats. It's a lot of ducats. If he has control over Cape, which he does right now, he's forwarding everything, and he has everything in Ivory Coast as well, because no one else is collecting. So yeah, and this like what it takes from Coromandel will get multiplied by a factor depending on this amount of on the amount of merchants here and here. So and in Coromandel, so you would actually get a shit ton of money from that. So yeah, like Great Britain is set up to make like give it 30 years and you can make 1,000 ducats here.
Yeah, except Ivory
What
Coast
session?
Cape is gonna be sieged.
I mean, I don't think DJ will manage it because he's a noob, but after looking at this session. But if at the end of at the end of next session, Great Britain could be making 1,000 ducats total.
Sweden, how are you ever gonna get money from Great Britain?
I mean, I have to speak the truth in the podcast, man.
Just by roasting him less than Brandenburg.
Yeah.
I mean, unless Great Britain wants to pay me to lie, I'm telling the truth. Okay?
I think Great Britain.
Yeah, it's constructive criticism.
Yeah, I'm being sort of constructive. Build buildings. Don't give money to the black hole that's Brandenburg.
Well, no. The truth is that he has made the greatest trade deal of all trade deals ever.
Yeah, I mean, and also like, I mean, I'll send him trade money once he gets trade IDs done.
Well, will I send you something back?
I hope so. Anyways, let's move over to Burgundy before I get downed by Great Britain.
Yes.
So Burgundy is had an amazing last session. He has full infrastructure. Shoot up Switzerland has he has really good quality, and for someone who doesn't have quantity, actually very high force limit, which combined with don't you have available mercs? Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
50% available mercs. Oh yeah. I mean, this Burgundy is a monster. Honestly, it's I don't think it's as strong as France, but it's almost as strong as France.
I mean, thanks to this amazing trade deal that got him 60 subs this month, so the available mercs really hit hard.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even need the money at this point. Sort of. I mean, oh yeah, he could actually. This is why he has low manpower. He's actually he has temples and hasn't replaced them with.
That's all the AI lands. I haven't rebuilt them yet.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So so he
That's
can.
the thing about Tongan HRE lands. Like, there's so many small miners. They've built like shitty buildings, so you get to rework it all.
Yeah.
I haven't done that.
But yeah, once you like rework this, you'll get what is it like? Yeah, there's a lot of you'll. I mean, not quite, but you'll be approaching 200k manpower. It's more like 180 maybe.
Sure. I expect
Maybe with next session's obviously with deving you'll be at 200k.
What's his? What can you check his dev, please? His dev map mode.
Oh,
It's like 1k.
this one.
1.1.
But the actual deving, because that could help with the.
Only
Like
300
province?
manpower.
I don't know if everything's up to 20 everywhere or whatever.
No,
it's not. He's like focused on his
I have
heartland.
an average of 16.
Maybe like a little bit much. I wouldn't have dev like this.
A little, very little mill deving. That's gonna be a big factor between France and Burgundy.
I mean,
Burgundy is super eco focused.
If France
It gives
is
90 production income. Like, that's
Yeah. But is like that's how France managed to have over twice your manpower right now.
And quantity,
Well,
obviously.
I mean, yeah, and quantity, yeah, plus 50%.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, if France is willing to like just bankruptcy war, he beats Burgundy probably. But if both are half-assing it, like not if France isn't like literally going like way above force limit and just slamming down Burgundy while bleeding a ton of ducats, he is probably going to lose this war against Burgundy.
I mean, the thing is, I don't know if anyone notices, but like, look at the generals and then look at everyone else general.
Yeah.
No. Like the best general in the game right now, I think is like 3-4, except with like no one has good generals yet. So
yeah.
Except Burgundy.
Yeah. So I mean, like honestly, how much AT does France have? Okay. Yeah, he can't actually even roll that good of a general right now. So yeah, this is like right now. This is really good for Burgundy. I'm after looking at this nation a little bit, I might actually be more scared of this Burgundy than I am of France, and I think that says a lot. Like I think it's almost as strong as France, and it has a much better diplomatic situation.
Very strongly diplomatically, yeah.
Here's a podcast.
I mean, this Brandenburg is very threatening to me.
Yeah, yes, of course. Here comes the Burgundian propaganda.
I think the Switzerland still more threatening to Burgundy than I am.
Also, I have this burning cash in my pocket. I don't know what to do with it. It hurts me, and I really need judgment.
Yeah, you should buy some Danish clay here, you know.
It's gonna happen.
Well, we will have to discuss this. But yeah, moving on. Pope Man, also involved in the war, hasn't embraced printing press yet, but can do so like now. He's paid back most of his loans. It's looking a little because we're being at like 11 admin. He's really far from his next ID, but
that's gonna be really bad because the next idea is admin as well.
I mean, if I was him, I might just go like trade or Diplo here because I'm that far.
Why is that right now?
Yeah, he actually knew that the trade actually worked.
I mean, I guess right now he's just like, is he waiting for like another province for it to spread to another province if it's almost there or something? It doesn't really matter.
Why would he do that? Like, it's already so cheap.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't give you anything unlike like Renaissance.
Yeah, there's no benefit.
Yeah, like
you
can save 100 ducats. Why not?
Yeah. I mean, if he would need to take something, I assume he would. But right now, he can just wait. He isn't really.
I think since he doesn't have any land to core, if he focuses admin, gets a 3 admin advisor and stuff, then he might catch up. But really, like considering, he'll be behind on army quality if he doesn't take Inno. But if he does take it, then he'll be late to the 70 tech and the next.
Why is
he being scammed?
Why
he's being scammed by France?
What is he doing with France?
The Inno trade, look at it. Pure scam. He has more trade power from provinces, but he gets less money.
I mean, does he have subsides?
France is embargoing Pope, and Pope is not embargoing France.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's weird.
Oh man, what a scammer.
And I mean, where is his main trade capital actually? It's in Genoa. Does he even want to collect it? Does he even want to collect in Venice? It's almost no money.
Yeah, I don't know why he's forwarding Alexandria to Genoa when half of his trade there.
He should do it. He should explode it to
yeah, what? Yeah, I mean, if he's going to collect in Venice, like he should definitely send this here. I don't know. This is sort of weird. I mean,
I think France and Pope made a deal. Like Pope does not die, but like I would just protect Pope if he does anything.
I mean, he was fighting France.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very awkward relation here. Okay. Like, we like each other and we hate each other in West Europe.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're like hostile, please don't feed the guy money for the love of God. Like, he's in religious turmoil, but still, like, this should be way higher. It's horrible manpower.
Potential.
He has horrible manpower, but he has like decentish quality considering his quantity. I mean, apart from the admin tech is okay on IDs and tech. It's like, it's not terrible, but it's definitely
potential.
Yeah, it has potential, but right now it's sort of awkward.
He's not doing poorly, yeah.
Yeah, let's let's do Ottomans before we do Brandenburg. So Ottomans went all in essentially to fight France to save Andalusia, which was a very interesting option. Not something I would have done, but in his defense, he's paid off the loans almost entirely. So maybe he didn't go that heavily.
But that means he lost out on 20k of buildings. He could have had 20k manufacturers.
Yeah.
But
that income is way too low. That income.
Yeah, I mean,
he was number one. He was number one Ottoman, so now he's number 4.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely lost out. But to be fair, I think the nation was a little bit weirdly managed even before, building this. did he build? Okay, so I mean, what were my prediction last time? Build more forts. Did he actually build more forts? I don't think he built more forts.
Yeah, that's a lot of forts anyway.
Yeah, but he actually didn't build more forts. What was the other one? It was not fighting a war or not attacking. I mean, he did fight a war, but he didn't actually attack anyone.
Oh,
and what
these was level 2.
Yeah, they are all. I don't know.
Oh my god, they're so useless.
Yeah, but what was my third prediction? I don't even remember it. Oh well, we'll go back sometime.
Dead?
What? No, it was something else. Kaiser, do you remember my last prediction? No. Oh well, let's not focus on that. Ottomans obviously lost out a little bit on power from fighting this war, or spent money that they could have spent here. If I was bankruptcy war against Ottomans, or going into debt, I would actually use that to just build up in a bankruptcy war.
Yeah, the fact that those forts are now, they're a funny meme and whatever you want, but he's got, 9 forts there, and every single one of those provinces is maxed out on buildings, so he can't build a manufacturing.
Yeah.
So not only is he losing half a ducat province, but he's also losing, an extra half a ducat, so he's losing,
and I mean, having all these forts actually hurts him, as it, makes people able to move between them with some control, so it's really, really awkward.
Sammy, get your shit together, man.
Yeah, I mean, delete his forts already. Try to chill out and build up your nation, or if you need to go and fight France, and take a lot of debt over it, make a fucking bankruptcy build. Build this.
Yeah, exactly. While your neighbors are all at war,
build this shit and bankrupt or something. But yeah, I mean, Ottomans are still strong. They are way stronger than Persia, obviously. They are way stronger than Timurids. We haven't looked at Prussia yet, but I would wager that they are still stronger than Prussia.
The strongest nation outside of Burgundy, France.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're 4.
That's Vigianga.
Yeah, Ouija. So.
What is that? Is that being played?
Yeah, Ouija is being played. I mean, military-wise, according to Scan, the Ottomans is about Ouija. They're really close. I would need to go look at nations to make sure. But he's top 4 at least, and he's the strongest of all his neighbors. So he's still in a good spot. He's just a little bit awkward that he lost some potential.
That's only because Burgundy isn't his neighbor yet.
Yes, that's true. But probably Burgundy's priority isn't to go into Ottomans anyways. Likely, could be. I don't know.
No, that would be weird.
Yeah, so and he has a lot of opportunities. He would be really strongest from building up, but he could go into Timurids, he could go into Persia. How is he doing on states? Oh, he's actually about to need more states. So yeah, he definitely wants to eat someone up, and I would recommend one of these two, but I'm not sure what he's planning. Beyond that, any other things you want to bring up on Ottomans? Anyone who has predictions about Ottomans?
He will last 100 war score in the next session somehow.
Ooh, interesting. I will go with he will not upgrade his forts. Most of his forts. He will just sit on 20 useless level 2 forts. That's my prediction.
Or a better prediction would be that he will upgrade all of his forts and not delete them.
I'm being optimistic here, okay? I'm being optimistic here.
Oh man. No, but I think, jokes aside, I think he could. Next session could either be really, really good for him or just neutral. I don't think there's really a scenario where he loses a war or
maybe if
anything sort of heavy happens to him.
Prussia or something.
He beats Prussia. He beats Prussia.
Right now, yeah, but at the end of next session, does he? I don't know.
I just see Prussia maybe having a good opportunity here. I
don't know. He sold Prussia a province to form Bithynia, so they're probably cronies. they've probably got a little deal going on.
Yeah, for now, you know.
I don't see Prussia going offensive against a player anyway, seeing as he's got all of Muscovy,
No, I mean,
Great and stuff like that to eat. Like, it wouldn't make any sense.
does he? No,
I don't
but
know. Like, it's better land than fighting 54 limit.
I mean, this is actually way better land than this. But yeah, I don't think Prussia is going for like
If-
Prussia also
he
needs
doesn't- I don't think
time.
he cares about good land because look at all that land he's not deving. He's got like the best terrain in the game, and he's not deving the farmlands or anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's conflict here either. But that's like the only way he could be threatened right now is like Prussia uniting with other people, or like Burgundy doing some meme invasion. Like Pope doesn't seem very likely. Yeah. But yeah, moving on from Ottomans to Prussia, I guess we have. They're looking like still like not as strong as they could be. They are doing well on tech, but the economy is obviously in shambles completely. But he's like I think he's in the middle of shifting from Prussia to Ruthenia,
which is going to be bad timing for it with no ideas and admin and stuff. But
yeah, it's not ideal, but
Oh,
you know.
he's already retaining culture.
Yeah, he destated and main Ruthenia, so
Yeah.
he can click this in like once this is
end of the
scored.
year. I think he said it was end of the year. Or something.
Yeah. So then he's like Prussia, Orthodox Prussia with Tsardom government. It's pretty. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So like he's weak. He's weak for a bit longer, as I don't think he has much infrastructure either. So he's at least comparatively weak compared to like big boys Burgundy, France, Ottomans. But I think maybe like Burgundy and France look better managed than Prussia, so I think like Prussia would struggle to overtake them. But give him like session or two, and I would expect this nation to rival Ottomans at least.
Yeah, develop some, build some buildings, sort
Yeah.
out your religion and stuff what he's doing just now.
Yeah.
He will be he won't be like a top 3 power, but he'll be like top 5.
Yeah,
No, but
exactly.
Prussia's, I think the diplomatic situation is really good. Since Ottomans doesn't rival him, Brandenburg is weaker and Sweden is allied. So I don't see who would
true.
threaten him.
Yeah, exactly. So he can just take his time for like this, maybe 2 sessions that needs to build up his nation, and then he'll be really, really good. And I mean, it's not like it's bad right now. It just looks horrible because it's in the middle of the transition with poor states and rebels and everything. It's like he's still way stronger than like Brandenburg, Pope, such nations, you know.
But
Speaking
it's
about
Prussia, and Prussia is Prussia.
yeah, I mean it's a Prussia that's going to beat Tsardom and Orthodox.
But like, if you
Yeah.
have Prussia's like force limit, it also is really good. Like you can like get 200k Prussian soldiers. That's scary.
Yeah, I mean
Like,
Yeah.
But
It's
no,
a bankruptcy war if he ever tries to build that. But
yeah,
but,
it's-
like that's fine though. If he bankrupts,
yeah, he needs a bankruptcy war anyway to build.
yeah, to build up. So yeah, I think
Build
like
up,
this
yeah.
Prussia looks really awkward right now, and it does have some issues like infrastructure-wise, inflation and stuff. But it's deceptively strong, and it's going to get way stronger.
Yeah. It's a sleeping giant. What's the term? A sleeping tiger or something?
Yeah, sleeping giant. I guess
Ah,
we'll call
yeah,
it
there you
sleeping
go.
giant, whatever. Okay, so. And here we have the black hole of Europe, where people stuff money and hopes and dreams, and they all so I mean, so like Swiss lost the war to Burgundy, and Brandenburg decided to try to fight them while they were vulnerable, and they pretty much got their ass kicked.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, it was like I went in where like I could win it, I could lose it, and I ended up losing it because like the nation was just that weak. Like Brandenburg is just
Yeah,
not,
I mean,
I'm not even like that. I'm not even that good at players, so I better play
Honestly,
for everyone
it's less bad than I thought. Like you have good quality. You actually have 110 force limit, 90. I mean, it's not as bad as I thought it was. It's still.
No, I mean, the only thing that's good about my nation is everything except for the nation. So like
No.
the total development is bad. The total province count is really. I've got half the provinces of Prussia.
yeah,
but
I mean,
the infrastructure. Like I had 36 income up until the end of this session, and
Well, I
I've
do-
actually
I
got
mean-
buildings. Like
honestly,
I don't know.
this is not as bad as I thought it was.
yeah,
I mean,
it's,
like
it's not a strong nation at all, but it's not like
I mean,
it's not- I don't
you're
know,
like, aren't you like at Pope level in strength? Maybe more.
Probably more because of ideas, but worse. I mean, I've got a weaker economy by far.
Yeah, you have a weak economy, but I
honestly, it's fine. Like for being a Burgundian vassal, Brandenburg is pretty good.
Oh no, well.
Oh my!
I mean, there's always
Like-
nice in Mexico for you, Daniel.
Like, you guys are so mean. I was actually mean too, so yeah, but let's exclude that.
The worst thing that happened to Brandenburg was I got utterly, like, cucked by every single one of my neighbors.
Have you considered
Literally every single one of the European nations other than France got more Swiss land.
Have you considered accepting cultures with your 800 Diplo power? I don't know.
Maybe. I'll think about it.
Okay, yeah.
Cookie.
I'm behind on
here.
that.
Come on, let's make these compare.
What?
Novgorod got 26k force limit. Brandenburg got 110. Brandenburg got 55 income. Novgorod got 25. Like, which vassal is better?
Yeah, I agree that Burgundy is stronger and Burgundy has a stronger vassal, okay? Which doesn't even have diplomatic relations with Burgundy, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a yikes. Big yikes.
Feels bad, man.
vassal,
It's disloyal.
It's a vassal at heart, yeah.
I like my vassal, that's kind of annoying, but like, it's okay.
I might start a coalition if he keeps talking shit.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Brandenburg isn't that weak. It's just obviously a really awkward position where it's hard to find ways to expand. Because I mean,
Look, it's a little survivor.
I mean,
it's a little survivor.
I mean, it's like Prussia, Burgundy, Sweden. So he probably wants something to break out. I mean, best case for him, I guess, would be either France or Burgundy, but that would probably get him killed if he tries to snag land from Burgundy. So I actually think the best.
Wow.
I mean, Burgundy might lose it, but if he joins in, but he'd probably die from it.
Yeah,
So
there's nothing I could do. Yeah.
yeah, so he would have.
Can't beat Switzerland. He can't beat Switzerland, and you want him to beat Burgundy.
Yeah, I mean he would have to join in like late into the war when Burgundy is already like partly occupied.
Switzerland. How did that go?
Yeah, so I mean he probably wants Prussia and Ottomans to start fighting, or like Sweden and Prussia if that were to happen, so he could like capitalize on that. No,
My entire strategy this entire campaign has been wait until my two neighbors start fighting.
And then you join in and lose.
and then I lose, and then my neighbors take that land, and I win like a little bit. But listen, look, at the end of the first session, I was like the most dead nation in the HRE.
No, Hamburg was more dead.
Yeah, no, I was more dead than Hamburg.
Nope.
Because I had just lost the AI coalition.
Yeah, and you were still more alive. Hamburg
at the end
was.
At the end of the second session, Hamburg was more.
Yeah.
But at the end of the first one, I was like, no one would have. I wouldn't have fucking backed myself. And then there was Switzerland,
thank
which
you.
had twice my death.
So what you're saying is that
Don't bet against Brandenburg.
Yeah.
Because it's a little.
It's a survivor, yeah. And I mean,
If I attack Brandenburg,
I say that, and then I die next session.
maybe he can make like a deal with Prussia, and he'll do a snake to Pope and fight someone his own size. I don't know.
Oh man.
6 forts and 6 forts, or like, only 5 forts actually. 5 forts, 6 forts. That can be siege pretty fast.
I mean,
Yeah,
everyone is
it's-
level 2 forts right now, you know.
I'm not. I have
It's
level
not
4.
great.
But yeah, I mean,
it's not in a great position.
it's even like Burgundy even like encased part of Switzerland, so he couldn't get it. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, literally, that's like my my sugar daddy. Doesn't
Yeah,
help.
the master doesn't provide. It's like 160 dev encased there. I mean, I can see why. Like
Oh, well.
Burgundy needs
Yeah,
the
no, I
states,
mean
but
it makes sense. It makes sense.
yeah, it feels bad. Anyways, last but not least, because that's Brandenburg. Sweden.
I don't know, man. It's like six income difference.
Yeah, I know Sweden is sort of scuffed, but it's
I
about.
think.
7 more forts on it.
Yeah, I think if you couldn't, if you weren't able to hide behind the strait, then you wouldn't be talking shit like.
I mean, maybe you can find. Yeah, I mean, it would be a nasty war against Brandenburg for Sweden. I'm not
It
going
would
to
be.
lie.
It would be an interesting war. Yeah, it
What
would
is
be a
this?
very interesting war.
What?
What is this? I'm
Like
saying?
we should just do it for
Reform?
fun.
What did you say?
Prussia. Reform into Prussia. What is
Yeah.
this?
Yes.
What?
Oh, that's cool.
What?
What?
Huh? What is
Oh, I
this?
didn't notice that.
It's almost
we've got-
it's almost like you can do this. And
Click
No,
the
personally-
button, Protestant.
and,
Click Protestant. Click Prussia.
and then we just accept these guys. Boom. And we are Orthodox Prussia. Boom.
Ready for Russia.
Also like Russia.
Yeah, Prussia, Russia. Which
ready to sell me Orthodox. Yeah.
actually,
Good man.
I honestly think like Russia might be better than Orthodox than like Prussia, but
No.
I don't
I don't know.
I don't
think
like
you can make-
I don't
think
like
you're gonna be
the
able to make them look bad.
no I mean it's still amazing, and I like it's obviously incredibly strong. Having like it doesn't.
Russia.
I mean, if so, you don't really care about Russia because it's mostly for the Tsardom. But yeah, it's nice. Like it's obviously an amazing tag, so I won't complain. I like it way more than the Russian tag, as I think it's really annoying to play with the force limited manpower of the Russian tag
Yeah.
in the late game. So that's essentially why I'm doing this. In retrospect, it's been so much fucking agony, like flipping everything, that I should just have gone for Russia. But it was worth it, clearly.
Well, you get to succeed it. If you fail now, that would not be worth it.
I mean, it won't be worth it either way, but it'll feel good. Where are my
That means
Novgorodians?
it's worth it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not like playing for the most tryhard gameplay ever, but it's going to be really
you're
cool.
But you're still like really weak, so like if someone attacks you now, you're gonna be in a fucked position.
Yeah, I mean, I'll bankruptcy war and bankruptcy build.
Yeah.
I really need that.
Yeah, but your bankruptcy war is 63 income. That's not a lot.
No, I mean, I might like lose.
You can get 20k gold. Like you can only build for like maybe 5 or 10k. That's nothing.
Yeah, you'll have about 18k or so because you're about the same.
Your bankruptcy war is not like very much worth it.
I mean,
it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, I mean, if you get into war, of course you want to do it, but like it's just not good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal, but it's also like I currently miss a few states, haven't converted. Like I'll be at a higher income than this for quite soon.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's wrong. Religion.
Yeah, exactly.
Stuff.
So I mean, even now I can get like 23k if I bankruptcy war. I can probably get to like 30 really soon, so it's not too bad. But yeah, I mean, obviously the nation right now isn't like the strongest, but it needs like a good bankruptcy war to get the infrastructure up after flip is
You
done.
can also get like 6k worth of buildings for free. I mean, that's just.
Nah, I don't like that.
And two 6-mil rulers in a row, by the way. So
Yeah, what-
definitely expect a space race there.
Johan and Karl, they needs to go away.
What?
I need to come to Sweden and I need to assassinate Karl and Johan.
Yeah.
Yeah, was this the first 6-1, or did I have a 6-1 before as well? Actually, where are the previous rulers? Oh yeah, he's the first one. But yeah, I think I had to like disinherit a bit for this guy, but it's still, and this guy too. But it's still really nice because I had such a struggle with like rulers in the early game. I had to proc pretender after pretender to get decent ones, but now I've actually been on a roll lately, and that feels really good. But yeah, so like Sweden is sort of shitty nation right now, but like once Novgorod's integrated, it's flipped to Prussia and Orthodox. It's going to look at least solid. It's like, in many ways, like this Sweden, I think is like this Prussia, but maybe worse. It's like
I mean, it's a little bit weaker, but it's got way less provinces. It's better managed, but it's you're right that it's like a sleeping giant.
Yeah, I mean,
probably
it's
a
like
giant.
yeah, it's like it needs, just like Prussia, it needs some time to get the infrastructure up, to get the nation sorted out, and then it'll be kind of strong. But unlike Prussia, it has a little bit less clay and a little bit less worse developed land. But yeah, it's like the baby brother of Prussia, I think.
Yeah, until you integrate Novgorod, and then you're an
I
absolute
mean,
monster.
even with Novgorod, I think it's weaker than Prussia. But yeah, it's definitely going to be sort of close. And these nations are, I mean, they are like in a similar position in many ways. Is what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any like final words for the session or the podcast?
Subsidized Dandenberg.
Okay, thank you.
Give me cash. Yeah.
Jones.
Yeah, doing good. I want more Danish culture.
Okay,
That's cool.
Oh yeah, I mean, there is some Danish culture in your vassal. You should probably integrate them.
Yeah, I should. I considered pressing the button, but it doesn't work. So maybe later.
Okay, fair point, fair point. And yeah, I mean, oh yeah, Kaiser Corona. Is he still
he's
here?
not here.
Oh, did he abandon us? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so. The game.
Do you want to say anything, DJ?
Not really.
Okay, I'll say it for you. I promise that Great Britain will build more buildings, and then I will give Sweden cash for being such a wholesome guy and telling me to do so.
And then I will give Brandenburg more money because he's the black hole that I like to spend on.
Yes, see,
Hell yeah, brother.
see, we're helping. And but yeah, everyone, thank you for listening, and hope to see you guys next week again. Ciao.